Hi, this is Rob Yates, and this is the video for Homework 5 of Unit 3, Solving Equations. Please remember to put your first and last name and what period you have math at the top of the page. All right. Number 1 says solve the following equations. Show the algebra work for each step on a separate sheet of paper, and then write the solutions in the boxes below. I'm going to show a couple of these to you and then I'll let you loose because, yes, there's not enough room on our paper here to show all of them to you, and besides that, you don't need all of them. So taking a look at A, it says 2 times the y minus 2 equals 6, and so I have to distribute this 2 to the y and to the negative 2, and I get 2y minus 4 equals negative 6. I'm going to go ahead and write that up here on the top. 2y minus 4 equals negative 6. Of course, I would add 4 to each side, and I would get 2y equals negative 2. Then I divide by 2. Y equals negative 1. So we would write y equals negative 1 in here. So things to look out for. For instance, h and K are absolute value equations, so you need to set them up in a way that you can come up with two answers. For instance, on H it says, I'm going to switch to blue, the absolute value of x minus 7 equals 10. So I'm going to go ahead and go up here. You have to set that up so it equals positive 10 and negative 10. X minus 7 equals 10, and then also x minus 7 equals negative 10. So the process is the same. For instance, on x minus 7 equals 10, I add 7 to each side and I get x equals 17. If I add 7 over here, however, I get x equals negative 3. So my answer is negative 3 and 17 for H. So you have to watch out for that for K as well. Something else you might want to look out for is on G. You have to add 2 to each side, or subtract 2 from each side. And then you would get, I'm going to go ahead and write it up top here, H over, this is G, 7 equals 10. How do I get that 7 to go away? Because I'm interested in h, not h divided by 7. Well, a fraction is a division problem. The opposite of division is multiplication. So I'm going to have to multiply each side by 7. These 7s cancel out, and I get h equals 70. Alright, I think that's a good enough hint to get you through there. You're going to use a variety of solutions, square roots of, distribution property, and absolute value questions to get through those. While you're working on that, let's go to page 2. Alright, number 1 is simply multiplying exponents, exponential expressions. For instance, x to the third times x to the sixth. We know when we're multiplying exponents, we can just add the exponents. That would be x to the 9th, right? Here I have a negative exponent. So to make it positive, I have to flip it to the other side of the fraction. What would that give me? And also, when you're doing your parenthetical over here, make sure you distribute your -2 to the 3 and to the m. You would get 3 to the -2 times m to the -10. What do I need to do to make that positive? I need to put it on the other side of a fraction. Remember, everything is expressed as over 1 when you think about it. So my answer to this one would be 1 over 3 squared m to the 10th, which is really 1 over 9 m to the 10th, because I have to write out that exponential expression when it's a number. I can't leave it like that. It's not simple. Alright, 2, it gives you some varieties of problems that you will see in the unit exam. For instance, solving for y. What we have here is either 2 or more x variables, and we have to solve for 1. Looking at our first one under 2, right here, I've got 5x minus 6y equals 9. Well, I got to get that x out from that side, so I would subtract 5x from each side of the equal sign, and I get negative 6y equals negative 5x plus 9. Now, to find out what y is, I divide everything by what's in front of the variable, which in this case is negative 6. And I get y equals 5/6 x minus 3 over 2, or 1.5. Remember, I'll let you deal with the second one by yourself, but take a look here at this. F equals m divided by y. And I want to solve for y, but y is buried underneath that m. So, to bring it up, I would multiply each side by y. So that means that fy equals m, because these y's cancel out. Now, to get y by itself, I divide each side by f, and I get y equals m over f. Use the same philosophy for this last one here. Number 3 says solve for x and verify your answers. Write the answers that work beneath each problem and show all the work on the back of this paper. These again are absolute value problems, so you're going to have 2 setups for each. For instance, on the first one, x plus 2 equals 17, you would solve for x plus 2 equals 17. I'll let you figure that out. But also x plus 2 equals negative 17, because the absolute value of negative 17 is 17. The last 2 are a little trickier. It says the absolute value of x plus 8 equals 4x minus 1, and it says x minus 1 equals 3x plus 5. What you need to do is reverse the signs. You solve for x plus 8 equals negative 4x plus 1, and x plus 8 equals 4x minus 1. In each case, you'll get an answer that works for this problem. Use the same procedure for this last, and you'll have completed homework number 5. Thanks for watching. Remember, you can always get help from your math teacher, or that there are tutors in the library before school and after school every day. After school, you also get the advantage of some food. And Mr. Reyna speak Spanish, so that's a big help too. Thanks for watching. Talk to you soon.